What is your fucking malfunction? Fix your goddamn malfunction malfunction! Come on, let's go, let's go! What the fuck are you doing? You
We're gonna go for two lines.
Let's go, let's go, get it! I'll get one! Get it, I'll get one!
Other than that, general dress up of wounds. If you have a gunshot wound and the person is responsive or responding to you and is breathing properly, of course it'd be easy. Bandage up, cover up, and keep pressure.
Tower and back to the fucking control tower and back. Good afternoon, recruit. I said good afternoon, recruit. He's running when he comes back into his mind. Good afternoon, recruit.
Hello, sir.
I need some bass in your voice.
Hello, sir.
What do you need for burglary? What requirements to arrest someone for burglary? Go!
Evidence.
Evidence, run! Good afternoon, recruit!
Good afternoon, sir.
What elements do you need to arrest someone for burglary?
If they steal something, it's legal to arrest,
That sounds like a theft to me. Run!
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, recruit!
Good afternoon.
What elements of a crime do you need to arrest someone for burglary?
Evidence.
Drop down, give me 20. Drop down, give me 20. Now.
Despite evidence.
Run to the tower! Good afternoon, recruit!
Good afternoon.
What elements of crime do you need to arrest someone for burglary?
Evidence on CCTV. There's other evidence around the scene.
Yes, that's what it says in the state constitution. No, go ahead and run!
Alright, up.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, recruit!
Sean, no way.
Good afternoon, sir.
What elements of a crime do you need for burglary?
Witnesses, video footage. You don't necessarily need video footage, it just helps.
Incorrect, run to the tower and back!
Yes, sir!
Oh man, everybody fucking around. Oh my god, everybody fucking around. Not a single person. I'm just gonna throw it out there. The correct answer to what do you need is figure out what color his skin is.
100%.
Oh, yes.
I'll give everyone the answer. They'll be smarter when they get back. They'll just be a little tired.
Oh my god. You need to plant some narcotics on them and you need to find out what color skin they are. Yeah? Is that the correct answer?
Yes, yes.
You're
throw a gun down.
out on run.
Sweet. What? Who's fucking drilling their horn right now?
I don't know. He's probably making sure they're actually running.
Oh yeah, that might be it. Somebody took my Vic? What the fuck? Somebody took my Vic!
Yesterday there was people who had to
Fuck
run
is
all
this?
the way up the tower.
Look,
To the
I'd like to
classroom.
report a crime.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
just
get my
got
car. I'll be
reminded
right
of
back.
my car laid on my horn inside.
Alright, so every single one of you got my fucking question wrong. That is unacceptable. I just punched the air. I'm so fucking angry, okay? Alright, the correct answer that I was fucking looking for would be to arrest someone for burglary. You need to have the defendant enter or remain within a structure, conveyance, or dwelling with the intent to commit a crime there within. Not a theft. Every burglary is not a theft. You can get a burglary just by breaking in and entering a place while trespassing. That would be a burglary. Everyone understand? Yell check.
Check.
Now that we're all fucking awake, I'm gonna hand it over to our sheriff, fucking Jack Cole.
That's pretty
Alright,
awesome.
I'm gonna be going over ethics, professionalism, and choice making. Do any of you know what that means? Anyone?
Me, sir. I have an idea on.
Talk in Discord. Your mic's on mute in Discord.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot what the question was.
So, do you know what ethics, professionalism, and choice making mean?
Yeah, I like the beard, man.
If I'm correct, sir, does ethic mean like the professionalism?
Yes,
Anyone
it's
else?
very real.
Great. Okay, well, I'm going to go over a brief summary of what ethics, professionalism, and choice making means while you're on duty. Officers must present themselves correctly while on duty. They represent the community they serve and must act in a manner that displays the community in the best way possible, whether this is on duty or off duty, whether in game or out of game. It doesn't matter, you act the same. Officers must make snap decisions on the spot to save the most possible lives. Whether that's by choosing the correct weapon to use, whether that's non-lethal or lethal. Have any of you read the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics? No one.
Definitely not a good start.
Well, I'm going to be sending that into the main LEO chat, and all of you are going to read it. Jordan, are you in game? Is that a yes?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Can you explain to me what use of force is regarding the ethics of a law enforcement officer in your own words?
Well, basically, we try our best not to harm or inflict any damage on the other person unless needed, and making sure to use, like, the correct weapon. So, I'm not going to give an example, but that's pretty much it.
Great. Michael, are you in game?
Yes, sir.
Give me 1 sec. Can you describe to me what the primary responsibilities of a law enforcement officer is regarding from the ethics in your own words?
Yes, sir. Prime responsibilities of an officer is to hold to the Constitution and to serve the community and protect the community in their all best ways.
Is there anything you regard?
Gotcha, sir.
Or possibly don't regard?
I don't remember a little bit of it.
Alright, run to tower and back. Actually, wait. You do not regard anything like race, the other person's beliefs, the other person's ethics, and anything like that. Now run to the tower and back. Have you read the Code of Ethics?
I can hear the guy to our
Yeah, I
left,
just
though, so I might get
finished.
stumbled my word.
Just wait. Come with me. Have you completed reading the Code of Ethics?
Yeah, I just finished reading.
Okay. Can you tell me what the performance of the duties of a police officer are, in your own words, regarding from the ethics of a police officer?
You don't mean like whispers in this way?
What did she say?
Might want to
So I
speak
want
up.
you to whisper. No, I want you to speak up.
They're like, you're not supposed to like regard anything besides basically what
She's
is
running.
at hand.
Run to the tower and back.
You had the guy.
Oh shit, dude. I fucking see that shit
Have
coming.
you read the Code of Ethics?
Oh
Yes, sir.
fuck, that's too funny.
Great. Can you tell me what the confidentiality is regarding from the Code of Ethics?
So I do not know why, but my brain decided not to fully
to the
regard
tower
that
back.
one, so I'm back.
Have you read the Code of Ethics?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me how you provide yourself and perform yourself in a private life, or as in other words, off duty, regarding to the ethics of the of a police officer and/or law enforcement? Would you like? Oh. Yeah, would you look at that? Perfect timing for his mic to
Alright, sorry.
cut out.
No, sir. Sorry, I was
Run
trying
to
to
the
say
tower
no,
and
sir.
back. Have you read the Code of Ethics of a Law Enforcement Officer?
Yes, sir, I have.
Can you tell me how you would conduct yourself while cooperating with other law enforcement officers and or other agencies?
How I would conduct myself while working with other law enforcement officers. Well, first of all, you need to be as professional as possible, and you need to work closely with them to make sure that you can get the job done as quickly and as safely as possible. You want to make sure that while working with other agencies that are outside of law enforcement officers, to make sure that they all understand the work that you're doing.
Not bad.
Have you read the Ethics of a Law Enforcement Officer?
You don't understand. When he was questioning Rose,
I'm
like,
asking you again.
She's about to
Yes,
run.
I have.
And then 2 seconds later, 2 seconds later.
I heard it. It was just...
Dude, I have it on recording. I fucking wheeze laughed. It was so funny. I'll send you the recording after. I'm like I spoke out loud. I'm like, she's about to run. 2 seconds later. Smells good. 2 seconds later, she's gone. Shit was funny. I seen it coming. Yo, Fisher. So, I was
Okay,
when I was beside you, I was listening. Then fucking, I'm like, and I like spoke out loud. I'm like, she's about to run, and then you're like, just fucking run, dude. Like, you're done. Oh, that was too funny.
Alright, did I ask you a question? I can't remember.
No, but someone else did.
Okay, can you tell me what confidentiality is regarding the ethics of a law enforcement officer, in your own words?
Alright, so confidentiality is where a police officer hears and learns.
I said in your own words, tower and back.
Damn.
I tried to read it word for word. Alright, we'll wait for them to get back, and then I think you.
I love the way you're doing this, by the way. This is great.
Because I have it in my car. That's my old car. I'll go check.
It's funny because they do it like the exact same way IRL. So the way you're doing it right now is fucking spot on. I love it.
Alright, so I'm gonna be doing the Miranda rights and stuff, and then after I was gonna do radio etiquette.
Is there anything you guys want me to do?
Do you want to do the radio etiquette?
The only problem is I might have to go here shortly, and I don't want to have to leave in the middle of whatever I'm presenting. Not for long. I just gotta go do something. But that might fall during that time.
Isn't clean here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where he ran off to. I have no idea. I just saw him run off.
Yeah, if you do the radio etiquette, it shouldn't take too long. I'm kind of basing it off the training guide me and Schmidt wrote.
Alright, can you send that to me real quick?
I got you.
Alrighty, now next up we're going to be going over is Miranda rights. So from left to right. Alright. When would you release Miranda rights?
If you're gonna question someone, some people just do it when they arrest people.
Alright, Cadet Sean, Miranda rights.
Yes, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you by the state of San Andreas. Do you understand the rights you've been read at this time? And with these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with me and any other officer?
Alright. To whom and when would you read these Miranda rights?
Well, the way that I've always done it is I do it whenever I put them in the back of a cruiser or cuff them, stating they will be arrested, but ethically you're supposed to do it if you're going to question the person.
Smart.
I'm with him on it. I'd rather detain the person first than read Miranda rights.
Since when did FD arrest people?
Since when did I ever ask if you cared?
Just go back to pulling hoses, buddy.
Alright, enough.
Go back to walking old ladies across the street.
Shut up. Alright, is this Dean? Repeat the Miranda right.
You have the right to remain silent.
Oh my God.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. Do you understand the right I've just read to you? Do you wish to talk to me?
And when would you read your Miranda right?
When making an arrest.
Yes, sir, I am.
So you would read Miranda rights whenever you ask someone an incriminating question, or the question that you ask the reasonable person would believe that the answer would be. So even if they're not.
Pardon, please say that again. I can hear the.
Oh, sorry. So you would read someone their Miranda rights if you're asking them a question like, did you break into this house? Because the answer is reasonable to believe that you could incriminate yourself based off that question. Now, if you're just getting out with someone and asking someone their name or their date of birth or what they've been or where they're going to, those are not reasonable to believe to be self-incriminating questions. So you only have to read it to them if they're gonna possibly incriminate themselves. Now, if they do it on their own, it's called a spontaneous utterance.
Alright. This is Trooper Pier. Alright, repeat the Miranda rights.
Yes, sir. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say would be used in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney if you cannot afford one will be provided to you by the state of San Andreas. Do you understand the rights I just read to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me?
And when would you read the Miranda rights?
You read the rights when you have made an arrest, put them in the back of your cop car, and bring them to the station. Or when you're waiting at the scene, and you're in the back of the cop car and you're about to make your arrest, and you have improved, you know what you're arresting for. Never like that, yeah. Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Deputy, Cadet Rose, repeat the Miranda right.
I have the right to, no,
It's not a good start.
no, I'm sorry that I have multiple commitments in front of me. I'm stressed. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you can't afford one will be provided by the state. Do you understand the rights I've read you? At this time, do you still wish to speak with me?
I believe Fisher over here the question.
What happens if you don't read the Miranda rights to a suspect and you ask a question that may or may not self-incriminate them?
Do you get in trouble?
That confession is null and void, and you just lost your confession and probably lost your case, because anything that is obtained illegally, such as an illegal confession, cannot be admitted into court. So it's just voided out.
Tower.
Figured it'd be like that.
Oh fuck. What is this? Cadet Michael D. Repeat the Miranda rights.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one will be appointed by the state of San Andreas. If you cannot, sorry. Use these rights however read them to you today. With these rights in mind, how would you choose to speak to me and any other officers?
Okay, you can have the same question as Cadet Rose. If you fail to read the Miranda rights to a suspect, and you ask them a question that may or may not self-incriminate them, what happens?
The charges can get dropped by the attorneys, and there is no way to incriminate them.
Okay, I'm gonna go do this guy. You here? Alright, Miranda rights. Oh, it's Tyler. Miranda rights, you know your Miranda rights.
Tower him back.
Oh, so you going or am I going?
Go. Your turn.
There you go.
Yep.
Can we just go over there because like he's talking?
There we go. At this time, the rights to sound, anything you say can be used against you before law. The right to
Shouldn't have done that. Okay, and when would you read those rights?
I do whenever I'm arresting somebody, but if you're asking them a question, I can incriminate them.
Correct. And if you fail to do so, and you don't read the Miranda rights to a suspect that you're either arresting or talking to, and you ask them a self-incriminating question, what happens?
Your charge get dropped.
That's self-incrimination.
Not necessarily. You can just lose your confession because it's an illegally obtained confession. You could still get a conviction off of him. It's just going to be a lot harder because you illegally obtained a confession. That's fair. It'd have to be a really strong case.
Shouldn't have made him run away.
Like, you can't ask that person that question.
Hey Fisher, I got a question for you.
Hi.
Alright, back to you, Rick.
Spontaneous utterance. Is that a real thing like used in PD?
Yes, spontaneous utterance is an actual thing, yes.
Okay, thank you. Never heard that before.
Spontaneous utterance is if I come up to you and I start talking to you, and like I know
Jack
you,
taking
I think
over
you broke
at
it. Say I think you broke it.
Right?
Yeah, don't say
Alright,
anything.
go.
I'm gonna ask them a question to start it off.
Alright, Jack.
Alright, you guys ready to move on to the radio
Lake
etiquette?
County Sheriff's Office.
Hold on, we got 2 people
And,
Alright, can everybody understand me?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
We're going to move on to another topic now, but before we move on to that topic, I got a question for you guys. Whoever would like to speak, just put your hand up in game and I'll come pick you up. The question is, what is one of the most powerful tools within law enforcement? Or weapons, rather?
Jack, do you mean on your belt?
No, in general. Yes.
Your radio.
Tyler, would you like to say that out loud for everybody?
Your radio.
The radio, yes, one of your most powerful tools and most powerful weapons. Believe it or not, it's probably the best thing to get you out of any risky situation. Your panic button, that's another thing that can save your life more than your pistol can. So now we're going to go over radio etiquette. It's something that needs to be focused on a lot. Lately, ever since we moved on to TeamSpeak, it's been pretty good, but still there's some things we got to fix, so we're going to go over that today, so please pay attention. We're going to ask you a few questions regarding this at the end. If any command members want to butt in and say something, just feel free to interrupt me. Okay, so before starting any transmission, stand by. I got a phone call to answer. Somebody wants to take over.
That is number 2. Number 3, if the suspect is violently non-compliant, less lethal methods such as batons and stun guns may be used. And the last level is if the suspect is actively being aggressive and posing a threat to life, lethal force may be used. If some of you didn't know, if there are any probies here, we have a use of force report as well. That is used and filled out after every time you you shoot a suspect or kill a suspect. I believe it's on the documents section. Alright, medical now.
Ah, yes.
Alright, we're gonna be moving on to medical. I'm gonna let Chief Sean take over.
Alright, guys. Can I have them move away from their vehicles, or do they have to stay there?
They can move.
If you guys want to follow me over here to the ambulance, and we'll get started with this test section.
Looking good so far, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna try to stay awake. Diabetes acting up a little bit.
What are we doing currently? We're going to the ambulance?
Medical.
Yep. Everybody come over here to the ambulance.
Burlam. What about these other three? Are they just kind of dead, or what's going on?
My PC's not working. Give me a second.
Hey, Sean, I think you can turn back into a cadet now.
Fuck, dude! Shit! I was looking forward to this, man! Fuck!
Alright, everybody awake? Everybody strategized?
I'm half asleep right now.
Yeah, I feel that. I fell asleep earlier just standing there while everybody's going through the radio traffic. But anyways, okay, so on your basic responses, obviously you guys are going to make it to a call way before us.
Take your vest off, put a radio on, you need formal pants.
You guys are obviously going to make it to a call way before we are going to get to a call. So, of course, your first responder activity is going to have to kick in. You're going to want to, of course, check pulse. You're going to want to check for wounds, and you're going to want to check for response. First thing off is on who you're checking. Of course, whenever you're checking an adult, if you're going to go and have to do CPR, of course you can use your whole hand. When it comes to a child or when it comes to a toddler, it's going to be a different story. So with a toddler, it's going to be a 2-finger rule whenever you're doing chest compressions, and then whenever you get into a child, it's going to be a 3-finger rule.
Dummy.
Okay, I guess. Oh, okay, we're just slinging people. Yes. Here on your side compartments is going to be your first aid kits. Normally, whenever I don't expect you guys to remember wherever everything is on here, but whenever we want you to get a med bag, of course, whenever we're on scene, if you don't mind helping us out by it, if we don't already have it out. General pulse checks. I'm sure you guys are aware. You can either check by the wrist or you can check by up under the right side of your chin, or right side of the person's chin. On some occasions, depending on the size of the patient, you can even check on down near the collarbone area. Other than that, general dress up of wounds. If you have a gunshot wound and the person is responding to you and is breathing properly, of course, it'll be easy. Bandage up, cover up, and keep pressure. Of course, we're going to ask of you whenever we get on scene if the person is unresponsive and unconscious, or is it possible DOA. Of course, we can't make the call of ending the scene. You have to have a coroner there. We can't call the person dead on scene. A coroner would have to do it. That's just in general life over the radio. I don't know how it is in different states or in different countries, but in Kentucky, you have to, the coroner calls a DOA. EMS doesn't, police do not. But I guess that's about all of my spiel.
To add on to that, lots of people tend to get on a scene, instantly declare somebody DOA. I recently made an announcement regarding this. The new rule is only EMS. Only EMS can actually declare people deceased. Like Sean said, in real life, a police officer or a peace officer cannot declare somebody deceased on scene. They're not a medical professional, so they can't do that. But if the coroner is in service, I know we don't have a coroner department, but if there is somebody role-playing as a coroner, they would also, like Sean said, would declare the DOA on top of medical. So make sure you're doing that if medical is available. If not, then proceed as usual. But if there's an EMS online only, they can declare somebody deceased.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know how the rules were here on here, but yeah, what he said. Yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, all I got, unless anybody else has anything to say.
If you haven't read the announcement that I recently posted regarding working with EMS, please go ahead and read that after the training. It's very important that we work with EMS, do that, you know, they're there to help us as well. So, as Sean said, we showed you where all the equipment is, so if they ever need help on a scene, we're all there working together. So, keep that in mind for whenever EMS is online. We also don't want to have them sitting at the station when they could be, doing productive stuff, right? So make sure that you're calling them often, even for taser deployments. Those could be critical sometimes depending on who you're tasing. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Let's see here. Fisher, what is it that you're wanting?
We can do a practical. I mean, the most common case on our server is going to be GSWs to the chest, or GSW to the any other part of the body. So if clean, you want to stand in the middle for me?
Oh, they're cuddling. Okay. Anyways, so of course, on a gunshot wound, the first thing you want to do is grab our med bag. Inside your med bag is going to be your dress-up kits. It's going to be any kind of general bandages, any kind of, I guess, if you want to call them toxins, to where they can either numb the pain or help the pain or clean the wound. Inside.
Like me.
Shut up. You're supposed to be dead. So inside of the dress-up kits, one of the things you're going to want to do for a gunshot wound, if you cannot extract what went inside of the body, of course, what you're going to want to do is to cover it up and keep pressure. Of course, pressure is going to relieve a lot of the blood loss. Pressure is going to be the factor of if he is going to go home or not. Inside the med kit, you take the dress-up kit, you take the, I guess if you want to call them swabs or cotton, pack it over top of the wound, take the cover tape, wrap over the wound, and then go from there. Depending on where the wound is, if it is in a neck area, you want to check to make sure it didn't sever any important vitals of the body. If it's a shot to the leg, if it's a shot to the arm, it's not going to be a life-threatening shot.
Leg shots can break your femur or hit your arteries.
Actually, yeah, he's correct on that. I mean, I guess inner thigh area, yes. If it's just going to be a flesh wound on the right side of your thigh, then no. If it's going to be a wound like right around your wrist area, probably something you should kind of step it up for. But other than that, dress up is pretty plain and simple. Keeping pressure is pretty plain and simple. All about staying calm in a scenario and using your head. Do not ever get in a rush. You get in a rush, it could mean somebody's life. Anybody else? Anybody? Nothing? Cool. Well, that's all I got then.
Sounds dead. Oh, Jack, you want to do your
Fucking rub, yeah.
kill a bit?
Yeah. How do you know if you
Run.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, chain of command, one of my favorite topics. So I'm gonna ask the question straight up. Can somebody answer me? What is chain of command? Put your hand up in game. I'll come pick you up.
Over there.
Rose, go ahead in Discord.
Chain of command is like the ranks and who you should ask about questions. You shouldn't go directly to the sheriff. You should ask someone that's maybe right above you. If they don't know, ask someone right above them. If they don't know, continue on.
Wonderful, exactly. I can name a bunch of examples, but I'm sure you guys have heard this multiple times. I don't have to list an example for you. But make sure that if you have questions, go to your partner if you have to. Go to a corporal. Don't go straight to the sergeants or the sheriff even. You want to go up the line. You want to start off at the lowest possible, even if it's somebody who's the same rank as you, and then work your way up. If anybody has any questions, just put your hand up in game and I'll go ahead and let you talk. Another thing too, a topic was brought up about people that are holding friendships with command members. Just because you DM on a regular basis does not mean you can go to them and ask them questions regarding the department. Same goes within voice channels when you're playing other games or something. I know me personally, I play with a few of you guys, I play other games with you guys. There's nothing more annoying than me trying to play another game and then being brought up, hey, what's the question regarding this? I'm just trying to play a game. So make sure you're going up the chain of command. It's very annoying for the high command members to go through that every day. Any questions? Okay, and with that being said, there's still a lot of people breaking chain of command to this day, and we're gonna have to start taking action against it if it continues. We have so much on our plates to begin with. We don't have time to start answering basic questions that could be answered by somebody who's probably even a lower rank than you. Some of the questions I get are pretty stupid and obvious. Read the SOP. That's one thing that I have to say. We have an SOP. I know the current BCSO one's a bit outdated. We're currently working on releasing a new one within the next week or two. So be on the lookout for that. But everything is in the SOP. Any question you have regarding uniforms, anything you have regarding just basic questioning, just go straight to the SOP. Look at the announcements. It's all there. You don't, go to the announcements and SOP before you go to anyone. And then if your question isn't on there, then you can ask somebody of lower ranking and work your way up. Simple as that. And as well, yeah, another thing too, there's an LEO chat people like to not use. There's a whole LEO chat you can ask questions in. Use that. If you need to go to the SOP, it's all in the documents tab under the law enforcement category. Do any high command members have anything to say about this so far?
This is, I guess, slightly when it comes to when you have questions. Now, obviously you have your department SOP, but if you're looking through it and you don't find the exact answer you're looking for in that SOP, you can always refer to the other department's SOP. There might be stuff that we have in ours which with the sheriff's department might not have in theirs. So make sure to refer to both, as that will also, be a better case in trying to find your answers.
Good point. That same goes for medical. If you're looking for some knowledge on medical, we can provide you guys the SOPs from SAFD to enhance your medical roleplay if you ever wanted to do so. But aside from that, I don't have much else to say about chain of command. Just make sure you're following it, because it's going to come to a point where we're going to get fed up and just start issuing strikes for it.
Anybody else have any questions?
Wonderful.
I'm loading back in now.
Solid copy. Does anybody have any general questions they'd like to ask while we're waiting?
Plane flying behind you?
We're in an air base. What do you expect?
No, it just crashed.
Shit
That's not
happens.
enough harbors. Are we done with this topic, sir? Jack?
What?
Done with this chain of command topic?
I think so, unless there's anything you guys want to add.
Not really. You guys want to add anything?
9.
The first part we're going to be going over is duty belt / plate carrier. What you're going to find on that here is your Glock 17 service pistol, which is attached with the a flashlight. Then another thing you'd find on your duty belt is a stun gun with the preloaded capsule in X26 taser, with an extra 2 capsules on your plate carrier or your duty belt. Keep in mind, when you're using tasers, you only have 2 shots. After that, it's no longer loaded, and you have to go back to your vehicle and refill it. Alright, next to continue, you're gonna have flashlight, extendable baton, handcuffs. Gonna have a OC spray, or also known as pepper spray. You're gonna have a Narcon spray, your radio obviously, and then your Axon body cam. Now in your patrol vehicle, you're gonna have a Rainfield 870 slug shotgun that is also gonna be attached with the flashlight. An AR-15 urban patrol rifle also gonna be attached with the flashlight. You're also going to find first aid kits that are going to have dressings, bandages, salines, ice packs, TQs, and other essential accessories in them. Basic medical, you'll find AED, your Latitude 5420 RUG laptop, which you would use CAD with. You're gonna find traffic cones and crime scene tapes. Now, we don't have those functions, I should say, or those equipment in game, but that doesn't mean you can't RP it out as you have traffic cones and crime scene tape, put out. You're also gonna portable breathalyzer test, your dash cam on your dashboard. You're gonna have pack gloves, zip ties, and notepads, which you'd use for citations, tickets, etc. Sorry, not meant to do that. Does anybody have any questions or want me to go over anything? Alright, I believe that is all for the equipment part, but now we're going to be moving on to motor vehicle pursuit.
Yes, if I got one other question real quick.
Go on.
Do you want to check all of our weapons to make sure that we all have the correct weapons? Because some may have heavy pistol, combat pistol, other normal.
I'll use a quick time for that.
Well, I sure would.
We don't have really enough time to do that. We're kind of trying to speed up things.
Well, I'd sure expect everyone to have the right loadout, seeing that it is in the SOP.
I'm gonna have to perform a proper pit as well.
If you feel like that you have the wrong loadout, refer to the SASB SOP. I'm not sure if it's the sheriff's one, but if you go to the SASB SOP, you will find the exact loadout you need to have.
Do you want to get like a shit box just to drive over?
You find it in both, so yeah.
Yusuf, if you want us to go ahead and go over the spike strip stuff since we're here.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so usually we like to use spike strips on the freeway as that's where there's more room for to deploy the spikes down, and there's less residential areas and pedestrian traffic and everything. So it's best to always do it on a freeway or roads that are pretty unoccupied. It's never good to deploy a spike in a residential area such as in the Sandy Shores area or Vinewood Hills. Freeways tend to be the best option. So when you're going to
illustrate what the secondary unit's meant to do after you pit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, so when you like mentioned earlier, when you believe you're in need of deploying a spike, you're going to call out to the units pursuing that vehicle. You want to make sure you're off the roadway, but you call out your location. So obviously your call sign, your location with lots of detail. You can even add a landmark if you wish, because you want to be hidden. You don't want the person to see you, and you also don't want them to hit you. So I'm going to explain that a little bit in a minute. But like I said, you always want to make sure that you're calling out your postal, making sure that the pursuing units know where you're at, so that you can give them a warning to slow down so they don't hit the spikes themselves. Now, when you're deploying spikes, you always want to be completely off the roadway. You don't want to have an inch tire on the roadway, this being that if that guy were to drive into you, well, you'd most likely die instantly. So you want to hide in a bush or hide behind the guardrails or something, so that if he, let's say, was a drunk driver, he doesn't nail you if he were to swerve into your lane of traffic. So we're going to do a demonstration here in a minute. We're just waiting for... Okay, so like Fisher said earlier, the command to put down your spikes is /set spikes. You can do from 1 to 5. I'll go ahead and put some down right in front of you guys just to give you guys a demonstration. So this is what it looks like. This is going to be /set spikes 5. You have to be on duty in order to do this. If you guys want to go ahead and test that out right now, feel free. And then to pick them up, it's going to be your left alt and arrow up.
Hey Jack.
Yeah.
Have test dummy on the spike strips?
Yeah, if you want.
Cool. Well, the Mustang will be perfect.
Alright, so we're gonna use Sean's shitbox as a example for the if you want to get a bit of extra speed, Sean, just to show them what it would look like if it's a pursuit. Like I said, you guys always want to make sure you're off of the roadway.
Talk about the direction, like they have to be in the proper direction, because if they're not, then what are they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you tell them that. Then, you know, they'll fucking face this way thinking that
you're right.
this.
Another thing I forgot to add that Yusuf brought up. You always want to make sure you're facing the lane of traffic that the vehicle's heading towards. For example, right now we're heading kind of north right now, so you're going to want to deploy your spikes northbound if that pursuit's coming your way. You never want the pursuit coming towards you. You always want it coming from behind you straight. So that way when you pack up your spikes you can get right back into the pursuit, and that way there's less odds of a high-end collision as well. So did everybody get a good demonstration of what it looks like when the tires are blown?
Should we do a test, test 1080? Not like in here, because it's gonna be...
We're getting a real-life scenario, tire shrapnel.
Like, actually go out.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're gonna do a more,
I can show them.
we're gonna go ahead and do a demonstration for you guys, as if it were a pursuit.
Not like bullshit, like, I'm going 60 and they pit.
Hey Sean, go down there. Follow the Durango and the Mustang. You know.
Record rate extra 3, we're gonna be, extra 1, we're gonna be approaching you now. We're forcing to approach road and it's supposed to 1003.
Spikes are set, slow down. Spikes removed. Spike successful.
And this is where the other secondary and support units would come up, block him in, get him out the vehicle, and continue.
One pot.
Then make sure if that spike is successful that you call that out as well.
Did you say something?
Yes, sir. Some water from the top of the hangar, I guess, has dripped onto my hat and went down onto my uniform. I had to shake it off, sir.
If I may add something, can we please stop this normal behavior of like 800 people on 1080? Like, I get you all want to be in it, but like having 5 cars behind one vehicle is only going to cause more problems. Usually most agencies have a rule to 2 or 3. I know my agency it's 2, and everyone behind that is more of a supportive role. So, you know, they block off traffic lights and, like, you know, preserve human life, basically, or they try to intercept the spikes. Now, I mean, I'm not saying we can only have 2, but, like, I've seen it where we have, like, 8 people just running down the highway, and that's how we have major accidents.
Yeah, and again, to add on to that, if, let's say you're in an area, let's say you're not on that pursuit, and you're in the area of the pursuit, and you know what's coming your way, let's say it's down Sonora Freeway, you can go ahead and block down that, or you can block that road so that traffic doesn't go through, so that once that suspect flies through the intersection and a family of 4 isn't killed, you did your best to, like, you know, try and stop the traffic. Even if you're one car, it's always best to try and stop traffic so we avoid crashing into each other and crashing into oncoming vehicles whatsoever. But that's all I have for the spike strip stuff. If anybody wants to go ahead and commence the pursuit stuff.
We can do what we did yesterday. We're oh, let me go on normal mode. I'll fucking whisper. Yeah, we can do what we did.
Everybody's back in front of their vehicles.
Jack, do you mind if I go over the proper way to hit someone?
Yeah, we're gonna go through that now. If you want to come over to me.
I'm in the Durango behind you.
Yeah, come over.
Jack, I'm gonna back up so you have some room.
I'll move the Mustang real quick.
I'm gonna cap it at about 30.
Just to add on to that, you only perform a pit if you have a ram bar. There's no exceptions.
Oh.
Alright, Jack, you're far enough.
Kind of spun out weirdly.
Yeah, he did spin out weirdly. Ram, whoever's in that Mustang, pull behind him. Just like that. See how he's blocked in now? He can't really go anywhere. Because if he goes forward, he's going to go into this truck. If he goes backwards, he's going to go into the Mustang.
The car's also disabled right now.
Correct. Whereas my car is not even smoking.
There was a bit of desync to that. I don't know why my car spun out like that.
Usually my car would be in the front where the truck was, and the Mustang would pull behind.
And to go with the pits, Jack just mentioned desync. I always aim for a little bit behind the vehicle while in a high-speed pursuit because of desync.
Good question.
Go ahead.
So most times, when you try to pit somebody, like obviously in real life your car would be disabled. Well, depending on the damage that you did, but like some people that you pit in the server just keep going. Like after pitting them out like multiple times, like what do you do after that? Do you just keep going until they get like wedged up against them?
What you said.
Well, I got an answer. So, that small pit that just occurred disabled my vehicle. Some people aren't going to roleplay it out as if it were realistic. I mean, most people won't. But some scenarios, the car will be disabled. But if that were to occur, then do like usual, just continue the pursuit, and then if you see another opening in the pit, then you can go ahead and do it. Make sure you guys are following pit timers as well when doing that. And everybody here must know that you have to call out to a supervisor to request a pit before doing one. If no supervisor is online, then do it at your own will. But always make sure the road conditions are clear, traffic is clear, all the rules are in the SOP. You guys should know this.
And just to add on to the pit timer, a new pit timer is going to be set every time you go in for a pit and make contact with the vehicle, so you're not continuously pitting the vehicle after, one after another. You can decrease the time it takes, but you have to set a pit timer each time. And I don't know if you went over the speeds.
Oh, no.
I did not.
Okay, well, to perform a pit, the speeds need to be under 70 miles an hour. There's no exceptions to that. If they're over 70 miles an hour, you do not go in for a pit. That's to ensure your safety, the suspect's safety, and any, other pedestrians around.
There are some exceptions to that rule, but that's up to a supervisor, and the supervisors are made aware of that, and that's only going to be in serious public safety issues that have to stop immediately. So it's going to be a very rare thing, and that's only going to be on usually the freeway. But again, that's probably going to be deadly force scenarios, not just someone running for speed.
You want to do a 1x1 pit over on the thingy?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to cap out at like 50, just going back and forth on the highway.
Yeah, I was going like 55 yesterday, somewhere around that. All right, if we can all line up behind Thomas in a single file line in your vehicles.
Are we going to be doing Rams?
We are going to be doing pits.
We don't have. Most of us don't have Rambos. I don't know about anyone down there. We have the one on the front, but we don't have like a full one.
Use your extras, put them on. Not behind. Alright, let's
I'm going to go ahead and get up to speed.
So what is going to be happening now is the first unit is going to be performing a pit on, is it Durango? On the Durango. And then they're going to be heading back to the hangar and going to be doing press-ups and waiting for everyone else. If you just want to...
Thomas, just wait. Thomas, wait.
Yeah, wait for a moment.
Oh, okay, I was just going back and forth.
Right, this first Crown Vic unit, if you want to go in for a pit. If you want to call it out to dispatch, your dispatch is going to be Damien. He's going to be asking you some questions.
Copy. Oscar 2 continuing 0,002. Now checking U-turn. Speeds are low. Push the bit.
Everybody line up behind the other Crown Vic. Make sure not to crash into each other.
Damien, are you here?
I'll take over dispatch. So,
I'm back.
Oscar 2, if I can get a pit timer set 2 max, please.
forget about the pit timer. It's just when dispatch says.
Don't do it now. I'm about to do a U-turn, so we have your full runway.
Oscar 19, push the bit.
Time for.
Copy. Going for a bit. Just bit successful.
Alright, so in this maneuver, just don't try to block them in. Just you go for the pit maneuver. Once you've done your pit maneuver, just go back to the hangar and do press up.
Next unit, go ahead and start your dispatch. Crown Vic unit behind me with the light and sirens. Go ahead and call it in.
I did. I don't think you heard me. I said Oscar 22. Can we get a pit timer started? We're gonna be going 60, a little below 60, lowering down to 40. Roads are clear.
Time for. Pit time is going to be 5 seconds. Go ahead for the
Going in
pit.
for pit.
Head back to hangar, do press ups. Next unit go.
Order there to 1080. Requesting pit timer set.
And for what are the road conditions?
Road conditions are clear at this time.
And for what are going to be the speeds of this pursuit?
Speed's around 52. Starting to pick up.
Time for pit time is going to be 5 seconds. If roads are still clear, go out for the pit.
Second convict, don't be so far away. Speed up.
Order there to
You did not have enough power then. You slowed down up to the side of his vehicle. Go again.
Copy. I was my full speed.
Back to the hangar, press ups.
Next one.
Mike 37, can we get a pit timer started? Speeds are gonna be... Ooh, okay, I just spun out.
Speed back up.
Okay. Our speeds right now are gonna be 60 currently.
Time for what are the road conditions?
It's gonna be clear.
Time for...
Clear all the way through.
Is the speed increasing?
It's gonna be 40. It's dropping. It's 54 currently.
Time for one between 50 and 70. Go out for the pit.
So,
Roads are clear.
I'm running out of gas. Okay.
Just go on for it.
You, is
Let's
your
turn it
vehicle
around.
stopping because of gas?
Yeah, hold on. I might need to get
Right.
that.
Next guy, take over.
5 Echo 54, can we get a pit timer started? Weather conditions clear, traffic clear. Gonna be about 60 miles an hour.
Time for... Are the speed is increasing?
Negative, they were staying at about 50.
Time for between 50 and 70. Go out for the pit. If roads are clear.
I'm turning around, don't go for your pit yet.
5 Echo 54, requesting permission to pit, traffic clear, weather clear.
So go ahead.
There you go. That first hit was a little too high, but you came back with the second one. That was good.
Alright, back to the hangar press ups.
Next unit, go ahead and start.
Tango Tone dispatch for you to pit timer 75 seconds.
What are going to be the speeds?
Speeds at about 50 miles an hour.
Time for road conditions?
Clear.
Time for between 50 and 70. Go out for the pit. If roads are clear.
Affirm. Tango 10 going in for pit unsuccessful.
You got a big spider on your foot, Jack.
Ooh, okay, I'll take care of it.
Tyler, come out farther and then come in sharp.
Let me go in for a pit again.
What are going to be the speeds?
Fucking 50.
Way too high, Tyler.
Aim for that rear wheel and come out a little farther. You're coming in too close to me, and then come in sharp on the wheel.
Yeah, Tyler, your car keeps going like right beside his car, which is failing the pit.
Tango 10 requesting pit.
What is going to be the speed?
50 miles an hour.
Time for pit time is 5 seconds.
Tango 10 dispatch, can I go in for a pit?
Time for.
Tango 10 going in for I'm gonna kill myself.
Don't do it.
Alright, Tyler, just hold off for a sec. Prepare your cards and then you go up first.
Just go through 3 dispatch.
Time for.
Requesting pit.
What are going to be the speeds?
Give me a second. Let me get up behind him. We're going to be going about 52 miles per hour, increasing up to 60 now.
Time for. What are going to be the road conditions?
Road conditions are clear. Weather's light. Sunny.
Time for between 50 and 70. Go ahead for the pit if roads are clear.
Good. Head back to the hang and do press ups.
Echo 53 requesting pit.
So far. What are going to be the road conditions?
Road conditions going to be dry and speeds are going to be 51.
Time for. Is it increasing?
Negative.
Time for. Pit time is going to be 5 seconds. Go ahead for the pit.
10-4. 53 going in for pit. 53 pit unsuccessful. Reset pit timer for 5 seconds.
Time for pit timer 5 seconds. Speeds.
Speeds are still going to be 51.
Cool.
53 going in for pit.
You're coming on the back. Come like right up next to me. You're gonna want to be want your push bar parallel with my back right or back left tire. Then turn sharply into me.
Okay. 53 reset pit timer for 5 seconds.
Time for. Go ahead for the pit.
10-4.
There you go.
53 pit
Sean
successful.
just messaged me saying he was the only one who actually called himself as his call sign before
Or
calling
go to
the
direct
dispatcher.
dispatch.
I think,
Oh, yeah?
people are gonna have to run for that one.
What are going to be the road conditions and the speeds?
Road and weather conditions are clear. Speeds are around about
I think
50 miles
Sean
per
might
hour.
be the only one who
Is it
actually
increasing?
did his call sign.
Negative.
I didn't hear anyone else say it.
Go out for the pit when it's between 50 and 70.
Are you saying he's the only one that called out his call sign to dispatch?
For Echo 2, go
Yeah,
pit.
I don't think anyone else did. They just kind of said going in for a pit.
Oh, whilst going in for a pit.
Pit successful.
Yeah, I can't. Hold on, let me undeaf. I don't think anyone else called themselves as the
Mike 37 requesting
X-ray 04 going in
pit
for
timer.
a pit or requesting
Okay,
a pit.
yeah. I
Done for.
might be the only one.
Yeah, I'll
Traffic's
mention that
gonna
after.
be clear. Weather's gonna be clear. Speeds are 50. It's gonna be constant 50.
I'm gonna head back to the hangar.
Time for. What is the
Gotcha.
20 of the pursuit?
It's gonna be Northwest Great Ocean Highway, postal 1002 is gonna be making a U-turn now. We're gonna be heading southeast bound Great Ocean Highway. We're gonna be 50. Speed still. Traffic still clear.
Time for. Is the speeds are the speeds are increasing?
No, they're constant 50.
Time for. Go out for the pit between 50 and 70. Go out for the speed.
At 37, I'm going up for a pit. Pit successful.
Good job. That first hit was a little too high, but that second one came right where you need to be. I believe that's everyone now, right?
Yeah.
Tyler, do you want to go one more time or?
No, I don't.
Alright, everyone up.
Hey, Chris, you guys done snares yet?
Hold. Alright, everyone is going to be running to the tower and back except one King 35. No one called themselves with that call sign requesting a pit to dispatch. No one else used that call sign. I want you all go into the tower and back.
Sir, I did.
I didn't ask. Tower.
Damn.
Maybe they did. I don't care.
You bit back.
Not
To
gonna
be
lie, I
honest,
heard,
quite a few
I
of
heard
them
multiple
did.
people
that's
called,
not
Like
accurate.
Echo,
I was
the
definitely
Echo
close to
unit
it,
who went last did. I know Crash did. I know a couple other people did. I think even
that's my
Rose
bad.
did.
Whoops.
Oh, it's still funny. So.
So you want to tell someone again?
Fuck it. They need their PT, dude.
Yeah, they're looking a bit chubby with all those donuts.
All right, what's next?
Now it's the Thomas's turn.
Yeah, report writing. My favorite
Yahoo!
thing.
What is after that?
I think that's it.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
fucking nothing, because I want to do interdiction on the highway.
I kind of want to do like the whole, like an actual 1080. We could split it up into two.
We're gonna have
You
the
guys-
civilians
I
quitting if
kind
we
of want
stay
to
on much
RP. I
longer.
want to RP soon.
Yeah, they're all
me too.
gonna start quitting here in a minute if we don't
Alright.
go back.
Let's tell them
Yeah,
like there's one
that's
last
fine.
topic.
You
and
know
then
that
they're free.
Christopher's diving.
Alright, let's
My topic's gonna be like about 5 minutes.
how to process a suspect and then report writing.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that's fucking easy. But anyway, so I'm gonna go over a thing with the supervisors as well. Just like what I expect for report writing and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially command members. So
Yes, sir.
it'll be
This
pretty
is
easy.
a
Just
sergeant
ba-
below.
Yeah, so basically just what I did with Rose, like where I put the rejection in there on the bottom and what date
Yeah.
it was and why I rejected it. That's what we should start doing instead of just blindly rejecting or like deleting things, unless they're just fucking terrible and they like don't make any sense.
Wait, what are you on about?
So Rose, for like a week, I had to like keep putting notes in her reports. Yeah,
Okay.
remember when I was doing that?
Bring
Just
that up.
that-
Like, I'm not saying like bring hers up. Just like bring it up. in
No,
general.
yeah, I'm just gonna bring it up. I'm gonna say that I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just saying, a certain person I had to send notes to.
Damn,
and that's how we're
bro,
gonna
nice
start doing
mosquito
things.
on your foot, dog.
Oh shit.
That shit was big.
That was a big ass mosquito.
That's massive,
Holy
bro.
shit, straight from Australia.
Teleport
It's
someone
not
to
as
Mount
big as
Chili
Jack's
Head.
Jack has a big long. That's
True.
Wait, how long is the training going? Like, is it 2 hours? 1.5
As long as it takes.
17
but
years.
I'm
We're gonna
happy
be
'cause
here
I got
till
some
everyone
content.
graduates high school.
We're
No,
coming
I'm
up
just
2 hours
asking
and
how
10 minutes.
long. Like,
We're gonna be about 5
to
to 10 more minutes.
I'm
This is
enjoying the
nice,
trainings. They're fun as
like,
fuck.
This is
but,
a
I
fun
have
one, yeah.
time. I'm a fucking nerd.
This is actually
Yusuf, do you need a hug? Do you need a hug?
I'm making a YouTube video out of this, by the way, so congratulations, you've all made YouTube.
Damon.
Oh,
Oh, Damien,
about
give me a
time.
hug.
When you're
This is pretty
desperate,
good.
when you're desperate for content, so you record your
Hey,
trainings.
look. Do you need me to start screaming at people in the server again?
Yes.
Like the 6-year-old
Please do.
video? Are you fucking yelling, Keller?
Giving fucking 6-year-olds alcohol, bro.
I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I hope we can put this aside and still be friends.
Is everyone back?
Yes, sir.
Don't
I didn't
cry,
hear
baby.
everyone respond. Is
Don't
everyone
cry.
back?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Come here.
Yes, sir.
Give mama a kiss.
Yes, sir.
Tyler?
Baby,
Yes, sir.
kiss.
Give me a kiss. Come.
Thomas, it's all you, buddy.
Alright, welcome everyone. This is going to be the last thing before we are done. Welcome to How Not to Be an Idiot 101. Alright, thank you for pointing out my fucking voice crack. I swear to God, I'll slit your fucking toes off if you say that again. Alright, anyways. Who here knows how to process a inmate once you arrest them and bring them down to the county jail? Please raise your hand. In-game. Ah, yes, here we go. Perfect person. You on the end right here, the state trooper. Yep, go ahead and speak in your radio so everyone else can hear you.
Alright, so you obviously search them before you put them in your vehicle, etc. You get them down. You get their if they're refusing to give a name, for example. You get a fingerprint scanner. You can scan them. You pop them in the jail, the cell, even not the jail. My bad. Pop them in the cell. You pop them in the cell. Walk out, lock the cell to the cell cell, and then you as like the prison bus is coming. And then you as like the prison bus is coming while you're doing the jail command. Prison bus is coming while you're doing the jail command.
Correct, yes, see, that is correct. So, like, just to expand on that, we make sure everyone is searched and cleared of anything and everything that's in their pockets or on their person. Check? Check.
Yes, sir.
10-4, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes, sir.
that's what I like. All right, so just want to make sure you guys aren't fucking sleeping on me. All right. Once they're being cleared, you take them down to the jail. You get all their information. Put them in a cell. Make sure it is locked. I hate seeing fucking guys just run out and fucking getting away. I've seen that way too many fucking times. We are professionals. All right, at least PCS. Just kidding. So after that, you're gonna process them into the jail system. Be that if a prison bus is coming or the gods move them themselves with the jail command. All right. Does anyone have any questions on how that works? All right, moving on to report writing. All right, so when you are writing a report, what are the main things you need to hit on? Go ahead, same trooper.
All right, so you talk about like the date, time, officers involved, and then you talk in the actual narrative. You talk about each charge. So say felony speeding. You tell him why he's gonna felony speeding. Tell him where he was, what he's doing, how fast he was going, etc. And you talk about each charge, and then you sign it off, etc. And you wait for I believe it's supervisor plus to sign it off.
10-4, that is correct. Who here took English in school? I'm sure all of you, I hope, as long as you fucking are not retarded. Alright, what did your English teacher tell you in like 3rd grade? When we're writing something, it's who, what, when, and where, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct. I'm glad that you are here awake. Alright, so you need to say who you are and who you're dealing with. What happened, where it happened, and why it happened. Alright? These people that I see writing like 2-line reports that says, man pulled gun, I shot, he arrested. Not fucking good, alright? Guess what? Guess who this report saves? Your ass, not my ass. I don't care. I'm not gonna be the one standing on that fucking witness stand telling the jury what happened. And guess what? If it's not in the report, it didn't fucking happen. Check?
Yes, sir.
Check.
So if you go up on that fucking witness stand and start talking about some shit you didn't put in that fucking report because you had to get home to the missus or the mister and have some sexy time and you were too fucking preoccupied, guess what? You're gonna get up there and the fucking attorney's gonna make you look stupid. He's gonna say, what else did you lie about because you didn't put it in this report? And guess what? Fucking Joe Schmo's gonna walk. Everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Raise
sir.
your hand in game if you're a supervisor. Or any of you supervisors.
Tyler, you're a supervisor. I don't see your hand raised. I think there's just one.
Alright, there's only one supervisor. Alright. Anyone that has access to the supervisor panel in your fucking Sonoran CAD, when we are rejecting reports, I would like to see some effort put into this shit. I'm sure a bunch of the command members know what I'm talking about here, but a other person had some issues with their narratives. So what I did was I went down into the narrative, listed the problems that are wrong with this report, and put who put those notes in there. So I would put Captain Hatton and what was wrong with it. If there is no narrative at all, just write no narrative, fix and resend. Make sure that that person knows when they are done making their corrections that they need to DM you through the government website so they know to go look at it again. All right? If you see notes on the bottom of a report, command members, please do not remove that report or approve it unless they've already made those corrections. Make sure they know they need to correct it. We cannot get mad at someone if they don't know. So put it on the bottom when you made that person aware of it. All right, check. Does everyone understand, including supervisors in command?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty then. When I've seen this quite a bit, especially with citations. If you have someone for speeding, what citation does it go on? A general or a vehicle citation?
Vehicle citation, sir.
Correct. It goes on the vehicle citation, not general citation. Does anyone know why it goes on the vehicle citation?
It was on a vehicle.
That is partially correct. The real answer is on the bottom of vehicle citation. It says vehicle speed on a general citation. You cannot enter speed. You have to put it in the narrative. General citations are used for what?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
General
like-
citations?
Yeah, what are they used for?
They're used for vehicle was not speeding. It has a lot more.
I guess like trespassing.
Correct. General citations have a lot more use, okay? We can also use them as NTAs. If you do not know what an NTA is, it's a notice to appear, which means misdemeanors. So if you don't want to take someone to jail for some petty theft, you can issue them a citation, a general citation, not a vehicle citation, a general citation, and put theft in there, and in the narrative, you could just write a little thing about them stealing, you know, fucking $5 worth of candy from the Walmart. All right, and then you don't have to do a report. It's a lot easier. It takes a lot of fucking time out of your day to do a report on that, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, if it's a fucking misdemeanor, you can issue them an NTA citation, and guess what? You don't have to take them to jail either. You just put a court date at the bottom. It's who knows how far out you have to put court dates. Nobody? All right, court dates are 10 days and the following Friday. 10 business days, so not Saturday and Sunday. Check?
Check. So,
all right.
Yes,
So, vehicle citations, what are they used for? Just a little review before we're done. Vehicle citations. Go, someone.
A citation is given on a vehicle.
Correct. So we're looking at reckless driving, careless driving, speeding, except for felony speeding. Felony speeding is a felony, so it has to go on a normal report. Any sort of misdemeanor traffic violation used with a car and including speed. General citations, what are they used for? Anyone can answer.
Trespassing and anything that you would have to cite someone for that's not in a vehicle to do with a vehicle.
Correct. So any misdemeanor, correct?
Correct.
Check. All right. If you use a general citation, do you take that person to jail?
Negative.
Correct. You give them a court date and get them to sign it. If they refuse to sign it, you take them to jail because that signature is saying they will show up for court. All right. Reports, narratives. Everyone needs to improve on it. The person I was talking about did a very good job on improving their reports. I am very proud of that person. I'm glad that they took the criticism. Some of y'all need to pick up your game. Because some of y'all write shit fucking reports. And I am going to fucking cut you if I keep fucking seeing it. Check?
Check. Aye, sir.
And my fucking narc troopers and deputies. If you don't fucking improve, I'm gonna cut you double time. I'm gonna cut you, revive you, and cut you again. Check?
Yes, sir.
check.
Does anyone have any fucking questions?
No, sir.
Command, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Nope.
Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, sir.
Alright,
For
does any
report
have
writing, I think that's about it.
does anyone have anything they would like to add? Any of these cadets?
Any questions?
Check. Alright, I'm done.
Okay, I don't think there's any other topics to discuss, if somebody can verify that. I think we've been through everything for today.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, before we move on, does anybody have any questions before we end this?
Can we go for a final run?
Negative.
I apologize. I had to click back on screen. I
could.
apologize. So
Let's go for a
much.
final run.
Alright, well you heard the man, we're gonna do a final run.
Right, single file behind all the command members.
Wait, hold up. I need to put my running shorts on. Hold on.
You don't need fucking running shorts, you bitch.
I'm gonna make it a bit more challenging and putting my vest on.
Actually, good point, Jack. Everyone put their vests on.
Everybody put your vests on.
Yeah, I got
And
a
rack
good
your
vest
AR
on.
to your chest.
I got a
Fuck
good
yeah,
vest
put your AR
on.
on as well.
I got a good vest on, bro.
Everyone goes, I gotta go.
Hope you guys have a spare change of clothes.
Let's get it!
You better take that SWAT uniform off.
Sir, I am looking for it. I really am.
Find the vest. Now.
You better take that
yes,
SWAT
sir.
uniform off. So
You like this confiscated gun that I got off on a narc call? Got it
Sir,
from
my vest.
I did this
seems
all
to
the
be,
time in Afghanistan, sir.
Orange, sir.
Oh, fix it.
Yes, sir.
I did this all the time.
What is your fucking malfunction? You can't fucking get it fixed! Fix it! Fix it! Hurry, fix it! Fix it! What is your fucking malfunction? Fix your goddamn fucking malfunction! Come on, let's go, let's go! What the fuck are you doing? Are you fucking retarded? Did your fucking mom drop you?
We're
You
gonna go for
goddamn
two
fix
lines,
it!
one
Let's go,
behind
let's
me
go!
and
Get
one
it,
behind
fucking
Jack.
one! Get it, fucking one!
We're gonna go
Get it,
for
fucking one!
actually no,
What are you
one
just,
behind
sir?
Jack
Are you
and one
fucking
behind
mouth?
you,
You hear
sir.
me?
Troopers and deputies.
Wow.
Can you say that again? Cause I can't.
Yeah, we're gonna be going in two lines, one behind Yusuf, one behind Jack. Gonna be splitting up into troopers and deputies. I think we have even numbers.
How about troopers behind Yusuf and deputies behind?
That's what I said.
No, you
Sorry,
didn't. That's why you said two lines behind each other.
I'm not sure if I'm dyslexic, but I don't think this looks like a line very much.
It'll form eventually. Wonderful.
Alright, where are we running to?
You're in the wrong line, John.
Yeah, I noticed that. Sorry.
To the tower and back? Alright, let's go. Left, right.
And now the line is completely fucked. Stay in a single file.
Why is no one responding?
Single file and
One
behind us.
behind Jack, one behind Yusuf.
Yusuf's behind Jack.
Left, right,
We're going in
right.
one single file line now.
Okay, one single file. One single
No
file
one
line.
is
We have
responding to my
merged.
cadence. Left, right, left, right.
Hey Thomas, what brand of them? What brand of them?
Left, right, left.
Thomas and Brandon.
Thomas, give us a chant through Discord.
Alright, everyone, I'm gonna do cadence. You better fucking respond. Left, right.
My game just turned off, so
I didn't hear any of the cadets. Thomas, repeat yourself.
Left, right.
Sir, some of us are holding down buttons that we can't really talk to if we open our F1 menu.
I don't know what buttons are.
Neither do I.
Hey Thomas, my mum and dad are in bed, so I can't sing.
Unfortunate.
Wake
Wake
them up.
Wake 'em up.
Imagine being in UK time. Could be me.
Get fucking overlap, bitch.
Holy shit, Jack Cole's on steroids.
You know what? We're going to the top of the tower.
That's good. I go for the tower.
8130 rolling down the strip.
told.
Fat asses out of my way.
Coca-Cola came to town.
8130 rolling
Diet
down the
Pep.
Watch this, guys. This is just gonna be funny. They don't even see me. I'm gonna be like, took y'all long enough.
alright, after you're done running, head back to the hangar. I have one question to ask everybody. And then after that, everybody's gonna be dismissed.
I'm gonna wait up there and be like, damn, y'all took long enough. Wow, it took you long enough.
What the hell? I mean, I gotta go back down.
Oh my god. Ah, stop it, no!
You ain't overtaking me.
That was a custom-made hat.
I wanna join the orgy upstairs.
Hey Jordan, how
Whoa,
were you
what?
so fast?
Oh,
No
shit.
cheating.
Oh.